Shaina, how are you? Come say good morning. These guys are going to interview you in a little bit, if that's okay. This is Shaina McCoy, the artist, Vernissage TV. This is Shaina McCoy, Heinrich Schmidt, and Marco. Welcome, congratulations.
Thank you.
If you could, you look lovely.
Thank you.
If you could be so kind at some point later and just sit down with them and do a small interview, it would be great.
Okay.
Great. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
So, welcome to Hill House. This is a project that I've been working on for 4 or 5 years. We ran it as an artist residency at first for a number of years, and then we renovated the property using the architect Katrin Terstegen. There are 8 structures on the property. Each structure has a different function and is interchangeable in either an exhibition space, a studio space, a workspace, an audio space. And we start off at the front side of the property, show you a little sculpture park where we have a birdhouse by Tyler Macko from Ohio. We have ceramic sculptures from Stan Edmondson and Sterling Ruby. And we have cacti and Sterling Ruby is one of his big bronze pieces. Coming through here, we'll see our protection of Stan Edmondson's big guy over here. Keeps away evil spirits and welcomes you to the property. And then we'll come here to the maple forest. So one of the things you'll notice is there's a lot of plant material, a lot of landscaping. Petra Kortright, artist I've been working with for over a decade now, did the landscaping with me, and we designed it to be like a little Huntington Gardens where you have a lot of different kinds of landscaping, cacti, maples, and then this is the first of the structures, the smallest and most modest of the structures. And what the idea is, we have rotating shows in some rooms and semi-permanent shows in other rooms with core artists we work with, where we change the material, we refresh it, but artists produce so much work, giving them a chance to be seen over a longer period of time. Serge Tukwe-Clotti, children's drawings. His kids obsessively draw on the walls of his house in Ghana and Accra, and he loves their work so much that he actually copies their work on canvas. So it's this sort of play on children's drawings professionalized by a master artist, and I think they're amazing. A very good example of one of his collage works made out of plastic materials from Kafur gallons. An amazing little collage which involves material, found in Ghana. Chadwick Boseman, the late Chadwick Boseman, a beautiful duct tape portrait of Chadwick Boseman. One of his watercolor works of a bellboy. And so whoever comes here can experience Serge's work as we rotate through shows. We have a few permanent, sort of 6-month up artists, so really give them a chance to be seen. Trying to extend the duration of exhibition for artists so that with people's busy schedules, there's an opportunity to be seen. We'll come up to the porch, because the porch is kind of cool. Justin Lieberman many years ago did a project with me where we produced all these bears. They've been in storage for quite a while, and we just thought in Pasadena, because there's so many bears around, if they come hang out on the porch, we'd give them some friends. And so we have all these bears around. Stan Edmondson, beautiful little figurine sculptures over here. I think they're remarkable. And we'll walk on the porch. You'll notice the esplanade of apple trees. Petra is very domestic. She, besides being one of the preeminent digital artists of our time, she also loves Martha Stewart. In fact, she has a collection of all of Martha Stewart magazines. So she likes esplanades of apple trees and lavender bushes. And now we'll come to the main exhibition space on the front end of the property. These pots, I just have to point out, are beautiful ceramic vessels made by the artist Ken Taylor. And they have rose bushes in them. And in the back is some trucks. So we're going to come and show you the main show today, which is Shaina McCoy, aka Wallflower McCoy on Instagram. Wallflower McCoy, amazing artist from Minneapolis who I met when she was probably 21 years old. Hi, how are you? Nice to see you, Ben. This is Ben. How are you? Yeah, Ben is an amazing photographer who works with us on our Creative Art Partners side, and he documents a lot of our projects in Creative Art Partners, and he's been working with us for a number of years. And we'll discuss CAP in a little bit, our rental business called Creative Art Partners, which is an amazingly innovative product.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And this is Shaina McCoy's show. So she's very well known for these faceless portraits she does that are based on photographs of her and her family that she collects. And this is a very beautiful, intimate show of portraits. She does big paintings and also these really beautiful little gems that you want to look at. And what we've done here is in each space you'll notice we've paired music in all the spaces. Really beautiful, audiophile grade equipment, making the spaces more active, more dynamic, more engaging. What you find, people end up sitting in these rooms for hours and they start looking at the work in a much more intimate way, trying to give people an opportunity to sit with the work with more duration, a more intimate setting that is more akin to a living space, a working space, an active space. I'm very interested in this idea of living with art and presenting art as a lived experience as opposed to sort of a situation. So finding that balance where you can curate a beautiful show, have it present itself as a solo exhibition and presentation, but also give you the idea that art is a very livable thing. This is a beautiful Mickey Mouse ceramic that is a hangover from our last group show, and I loved it so much and thought it was so cute. I didn't think he got in the way of Shaina's show, so we left it here. And this is, of course, a small vessel made by an artist I've worked with for many years from Ghana named Pa Joe. He does these miniatures, and it's a really interesting painting because Jonas Wood's an artist who he commissioned Pa Joe through me to do a big basketball that you see evident, a basketball sculpture that's evident in some of his most important paintings today. Jonas loves Madalena, the ceramic artist Madalena, so he did a painting based on the Madalena Frimkes pot, and then Pa Joe did a vessel of a copy of a Jonas painting of a Madalena Frimkes pot. So it's an appropriation of an appropriation of an appropriation. I think this lamp is also made by an artist I work with named Frank Elementi, who does these sort of design objects. This painting is really beautiful. I think it's worth 2 minutes of study, and you'll see how Shaina builds up the texture of the hair. This is an amazingly beautiful painting, in my opinion. Real masterpiece. Hi, how are you?
How are you?
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Good. And then we'll come in through the main property, and you'll see there's a flow through each space. This space is a workspace and also an exhibition space. And this presents work, some additions works of Shaina. She's done quite a bit of addition work. This is actually a UV dimensional print that really replicates the texture of the painting, as is this one. And this is a work of her. This is one of her early works. One of the first paintings she did, Troy, that we did a screen print edition of. And so Shaina is actually in 5 of the spaces today. So you really get an idea of the artist presenting in multiple spaces. And when we do events, we gather in the front of the house, in which you'll see there are 4 specific structures here of exhibitions. We're going to zip you right to the back, and I think we'll first cover Shaina's show, and then we can sort of cut, and then we can do the rest of it. So this is Red Barn 1, the bigger of the 2 red barns, where we have a solo presentation of Shaina's paintings over here. Hi, how are you? Nice to see you. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. And once again, you know, presenting art, you can sit down, listen to music, relax. And since you're Swiss, Heinrich, we have Swiss speakers for you, Swiss power for you. We've got Bonicky speakers, W11s, Nagra power, Lampezader DAC from Poland, powering everything, and of course Shaina's beautiful paintings. And this is such a nice angle to see things from. So I think you should. These angles are all so beautiful. And you'll notice cactus material everywhere. We assembled this material over a couple of years, and the idea was to give contrast to the red barns. A presentation of work by Ken Taylor, and also the Simco 1 speaker, which I'm very proud of, which is a speaker manufactured in California by Simco. It's a horn speaker, doesn't require much power, sounds amazing. And Ken Taylor group show of works on paper and 2 big paintings, and the big bull. And what you'll notice everywhere is turntables with multiple arms and stuff. So we're very much into analog equipment. And so, you know, you can come here, listen to music. We can curate a system for you, build something esoteric or something simple, and, you know, really give you an experience. And I love the Howling Red Wolf. Ken is one of my favorite artists we work with. Look how sick that is. That's actually pretty cool. This is a chic 12-inch tone arm with a cartridge from a company called Mutek Kanda Hayabasu with a Dynavector 805 from the 1980s, marble head shell with Dynavector cartridge. It's all great, beautiful gear. Thores. Good old German guy, point-to-point wiring, all handmade, extraordinary sounding. And then let's go to the pool house and look at Shaina's beautiful little intimate paintings, the little portraits here of, you know, these small works on paper and paintings. So you'll see the work presents itself in multiple ways. And then this is the pool house. And we have a series of Shaina McCoy paintings here, small paintings, works on paper, really lovely. So you're really presenting the work in a multitude of ways. Come meet Cal Restiola. Cal, this is Cal Restiola, guys. Very important person in my life. How are you, Cal? Nice to have Vernissage TV. Okay. Cal runs the Burkle Center at UCLA, which we engage in a partnership with them where we do events at our property in Los Angeles, which hosts intellectuals, thinkers, politicians, right?
This week.
Yeah, and it's an amazing sort of part of UCLA that brings some of the most interesting people to Los Angeles for intimate discussions, and so again weaving in ideas, thoughts, books, different kinds of things, integrating them with art, with music, trying to be interdisciplinary and sort of cross these things together.
Absolutely.
Come.
He's a fantastic host for that.
Thank you. I'll be with you in a sec. Come, guys. And then this is the music room over here. Come in. Tyler Macko, artist from Ohio. Lila Bossum Possum. And then, of course, these speakers are YG Acoustics, Diptyque, beautiful things to film. It'd be great if after we do the interview because I think there's a lot of detail here to get, so much. And there's also the cables, the red cables on my own cable line. I'll show you. And then this room, and then there's, of course, a giant Shaina cable here, a giant Shaina painting over here. And you'll see it's unbelievable. She makes these balls, creates the hair into these tiny little balls. Such amazing, detailed work.